It's the Daddy Show. Step off.
It's time for the main event.
Hey, what is up? I feel like I'm yelling. Welcome back to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. I am yelling, all right. I am. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this right here is the one and only Tom Clark's Main Event. What's up, kids? Welcome back to the program. Often imitated, never duplicated. Maybe it's never imitated, often duplicated. I'll leave that up to you to decide. Happy Friday to you, one and all. How's everybody doing out there? So hope you guys are doing great, man. Good to see all of you out there. The room's starting to fill up a little bit. These things make me happy. As you can see behind me, we got lots to talk about today. As you can see at the bottom, there's my Twitter handle and my handle most places on social media. So go look me up. And yes, that is Japanese for "Oh, Captain, my Captain." Thank you for asking. My name's Tom, or if you're so inclined, "Oh, Captain, my Captain." There it is. Let's get the ticker ticking. There it is. This is my third podcast of the week, technically fourth. I'm a podcast in full, baby, and pod we trust. I'm just saying. The new show is up and, well, it's not up and running, but we're recording as we speak. We have recorded the first 4 episodes. If you are a Ted Lasso fan, if you're a fan of that show, let me tell you, baby, we got the podcast for you. It's called Two Nations Under Ted, a Ted Lasso podcast. Trust me when I tell you that if you're a fan of the show, you're going to have a ton of fun with this particular podcast. I promise you that. It will not let you down. Let me plug it here. If you guys don't mind, please be patient. I'd very much appreciate you. There you see it. Two Nations Under Ted, a Ted Lasso podcast. It's got myself, of course. I'm Tom. What's up? But also we've got Jay. You know our friend Jay from the Untitled Wrestling podcast. And also we've got Joe. Joe from the Damn It Vince podcast and the Hallmark of Greatness. So there you go. You see right there, kids, the teaser is live. It's up. It's on the YouTube. Right now we're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. There's the About page, as you can see. And we've got some links right there for you. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're on iHeartRadio. We're on Amazon Music. And yes, we're on Apple as well. So there you go. Follow us on socials at Two Nations Pod. Please and thank you. I know it's not wrestling related, but I had to get my plug out of the way straight away. I appreciate you one and all. And as we always say here, if you guys will, please, if you're so inclined, follow Tom Clark's 6M podcast. It would mean loads to me. 6M is the geek culture / pop culture podcast, movies, music, Marvel, magazines, miniseries, and more. A new episode every week. We just released an episode this past Tuesday of the X-Men film. Next week, I'll go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. We're reviewing The Flash. Have you seen The Flash? Or as I like to refer to it, oh my God in heaven. I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. It's not that great, but it's not that bad, in my humble opinion. You'll enjoy that show, hopefully. Kids, before we start cranking here today, if you will, please and thank you, smash the like button, all right? And if you are so inclined to do so, please share this show on your Facebook page. It would mean loads to me. That would be awesome of you. Thank you very much for doing so. You guys are the best. Thank you for tuning in each and every week. Hope you've had a great week. I've had a really good week so far. Let's get into it here. Robbie was the first one at the table. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Gene says, Tom, Gene, hope you're doing well. Charles says, okay. Okay to you, Charles. What's up, Chris with a K? Good to see you. Tim, good to see you again. Charles is all right. See there, he says hello. Thank you, Charles. We're going to get into it here. Sugar Shane as well. Good to see you, my friend. What's up, Ray, all day? Good to see you. Ron, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Charles says he's in St. Louis. I've never been to St. Louis. How's the weather up there? I don't know why I asked that. St. Louis, great old wrestling town for sure. Yeah. That was Harley Race's old stomping grounds, right? E, what's going on? I saw that you're going to be on the news tonight. Hopefully not like a mugshot. Yeah, for sure. A big shout out to a big friend of the show, Mr. Phil Lindsay, and the pretty much regular full-time co-host of the 6M podcast. I just wished him happy birthday a few minutes ago and talked to him a bit. He's doing great, by the way, having a good day. So there you go. Davey, good to see you, my friend. Look, Ray, let's get this on the calendar. I'm not kidding when I tell you calendar. Let's for sure. I'll message you after this or you message me. Let's get this on the calendar. Kids, if you will, again, please and thank you. Smash the like button for me. It won't take you half a second to do so. It costs you nothing. Do that for me if you will. It shows the good people at Wrestling Rumors that your boy's at least getting some sort of attention. So thank you very much for doing so. Again, means loads to me. And as before, if you're so inclined to please share this show on your Facebook feed or wherever you want to on social media, that would be even better, even sweeter. Thank you very, very much. I can't wait to get to it. We are kicking off the show today, kids, with a bummer. And it's very, very sad news. Draws has passed on. Draws was only 54 years old. I'm feeling that one, baby. Trust me when I tell you that. 54 years old. His claim to fame, of course, a former WWE superstar, also known as Puke. Leave it to Vince McMahon, baby. So there you go. And as we all know, Draws injured in a match with D'Lo Brown. Draws has never held it against D'Lo. In his words, crap happens. So accidents happen. And to my knowledge, he never held it against D'Lo. So I'll leave that up for you to decide whether or not that's good or bad. Not my call. But, you know, all the best to the friends and family of Draws and fans of Darren Drozdoff. He'll be missed. To my knowledge, he was doing some work on WWE.com. And I can't say they always had him, you know, like sort of on the payroll, so to speak, but I can't say they never didn't always have him either because I really don't know. But again, all the best to his friends, family, and fans. He will be missed. I hate to start the show off in that nature, but I felt the need to do that because, again, you know, we need to pay respects when the time is right and whenever it comes up. It legit the news broke legitimately like 20 minutes ago, I believe it was. So there you go. Again, all the best to him. Condolences to his family. Let's move on, kids. Who among you watched the Forbidden Door? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. We got to talk about this one. Robbie, I forgot that Jaws was a member of the Legion of Doom. Forgot about that. Very cool. I forgot about that. Alma, good to see you. Thanks for watching. Glad to see you. Awesome to be here. Let's talk about Forbidden Door, kids. How many of you watched the show? What did you think of the show? If you had to put it on a scale of 1 to 10, let's narrow it down. Let's say a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the best. How would you rate the show? Ray says Ospreay is a stud match of the year. Man, that match was brutal, wasn't it? Oh my God, it was brutal. I'm hearing some people call it the best match of all time. You know, all this stuff is subjective, kids. You're never going to sit here and hear Tom tell you what the best match of all time is, the best promotion of all time, the best manager of all time. Look, I'm not going to get into that. It is what it is. Was it the match of the year? Buddy, if it's not, it's in the top 5, honest to God. But there again, Ray, you know, as we know, it's all subjective. So it just depends on what your taste is. What do you like to see in your pro wrestling? For a lot of fans, it's not their cup of tea. They don't care for it. They don't like blood. They don't like the, you know, getting dropped on your head. Everybody pitching a fit because Ospreay dropped Omega on his head, as if Omega didn't know the move was coming. As if Omega didn't know the move was coming. Can you imagine? What are we talking about? So that part was a little silly. People tends to overreact. You guys know this. Yes, people tend to overreact all the time to this stuff. Pro wrestling is choreographed. Hate to break it to you. And it's predetermined for the most part. So let's don't get too bent out of shape over it. Yeah, let's all relax and take it for what it is. It's entertainment, okay? I love it, but let's try to keep it in perspective. I'm glad Omega's not hurt. Is it a wise idea to drop people on their necks and their head? Of course not. But I'll say this. You think that's bad. People thought Omega getting dropped on his head was bad. Have obviously never watched Naito versus Ibushi. Can I get an amen from the congregation? Because, buddy, every time they work, it's like a contest to see who can get dropped on their head how many times. And they're okay with it. If I never see Naito work Ibushi again, it'd be too soon, and I'll be perfectly happy with that, honestly, because I have no desire to see the two guys ever work again. The last time they worked, I physically turned my head from the TV as if it was a horror movie. I'm not kidding. Because at some point, I'm like, oh, my God, guys, enough. You know what I mean? And this is not subjectivity here. This is not, well, I don't like that kind of stuff in wrestling. That's not it. I just want these guys to be safe, for God's sake. And to my knowledge, they were fine. I don't know. Hopefully. But you can't tell me that getting dropped on your head for, 10 years straight doesn't have an effect on you long term. I'm not saying a terrible effect. I'm not saying tragic. I'm not saying anything like that. But, eventually one day you may wake up and forget what your address is. You may forget, where you put your phone, or you may forget where your keys are. You may forget how you got somewhere, or you may forget where your car is in the parking lot. Now, a lot of these things happen to all of us sometimes, right? But, when it's a constant flow of that, you begin to wonder how many times getting dropped on my head hurt, everything long term. So there you go. Same performance. Yeah, I know. Sting. I got so much love for Sting. Sting's my guy. I love Sting. Okay. However, Sting, for God's sake, be careful. Be careful. He is. The tables were too far out. Can we admit that? The tables were too far out. They were placed too far out. If they were closer to the ring, he could have adjusted as much as you can adjust in midair, and you're 60-some years old, right? But honestly, too far from the ring. Should he be taking those bumps? Not for me to say. That's for him to say. I'm glad he's okay. Apparently he's okay. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to know that he's safe. Jeffrey says, how long do you think Daniel Bryan will really be out of action? I say longer than reported. If it's reported 6 to 8 weeks, he'll probably be back before then. That's a guess, but I don't know for sure. Let's get into it, baby. 14 matches. Shut up. Tom Lawler, pre-show. Tom Lawler defeated Serpentico by pinfall. Buddy, if you don't like Tom Lawler, you don't like pro wrestling. Subjectivity aside, I'm going to tell you right now, Tom is fun. He's crazy talented. He's very good. He's solid. He's a small dude, but he's believable because he's got the MMA background. He lays his stuff in hard. It looks good. It looks believable. When Tom works a match, it's a hybrid MMA pro wrestling style. Yeah. Really good match. Only went 4 minutes, but you know what? I love me some Tom Lawler. Always have. Also on the pre-show, 8-man tag team match, the Mogul Embassy. I love that saying it that way. Swerve Strickland, Toa Leona, Brian Cage, and Bishop Khan versus Prince Nana, defeated Chaos, Rock Romero, Chuck Taylor, and Trent Beretta, and El Desperado by pinfall. El Desperado is a hoss, man. I don't care what anybody says. I love that guy. I didn't know if I'd love him outside of Suzuki Goon, but I definitely do. Athena defeated Billy Starks by pinfall. Billy Starks is 14 years old. I'm kidding. She's 18, right? She just graduated high school. What are we talking about? Were you in your chosen profession at 18? And if so, are you still there? And if so, are you happy? I'm not. And I'm much happier. Hey, look out. I'm just saying. So, yeah. Really good to see that, honestly. For someone to go out and people use the word dreams. We've all used the word dreams quite a bit when talking about things. Let's call it goals. What are your goals in life? If it's your dream to become a pro wrestler, then set goals for yourself and get there. That's what this girl did. Are you crazy? Is that crazy? 18? It's insane. Charles says Sting's an all-time favorite, but needs to retire before he becomes his next Flair. Up to him, Charles. Up to him. It's his call. Yeah, I would say that's completely up to him. If he's healthy and he's okay and he's not hurting every day and his doctors sign off on it and his family's okay with it, and more importantly, he wants to do it, he should do it. He should work as long as he wants to. I said the same thing about Flair. Did it get rough in the end when he was working in TNA? Yeah, a little rough. Yeah. Should that match have happened with Jarrett, Lethal, and all that nonsense? No, it probably shouldn't happen. But you know what? He felt like he could go, so he went. I can personally not like it, but, not my body on the line, not my health. Kids, if you will, if you have not done so, please smash the like button. I would very, very much appreciate you. Thank you very much. Please and thank you. What's up, Gavin? Sting's awesome. He's still out there. He's still crushing it, man. Still crushing it. Ray, I'm inclined to agree with you that Jungle Boy feels of the other opinion that it looked good and everything. I'm not saying it didn't look good, but I mean, I get to some degree that he was kind of at the end of his rope of being this monster babyface. However, again, he's a monster babyface. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with it. It'll be fine, hopefully, in the long run. But we'll see what happens. Jeff says, I called Jungle Boy going heel at Forbidden. You and everybody. For sure. I didn't want to see it happen. I think I made that clear here, but it happened regardless. Let's see. El Phantasmo defeated Stu Grayson. Buddy, if you did not like this match, I'm telling you right now. I know I always preach about this thing being subjective and you liking what you like and don't force other people to try to see it your way. But I'm telling you right now, if you did not like Stu Grayson versus El Phantasmo, I seriously question your common sense and I question your taste. And honestly, I question your mental capacity. It was a great match. Phantasmo is very good. Stu Grayson is much better than the silly paint and gear that he wears. No disrespect. I think he's so much better than what he's doing. I love him with Vincent. I love that pairing. Vincent doesn't get enough credit at all. What do they call him? With the snap. Why am I blanking on the name of the faction? Remember what I talked about getting dropped on your head earlier, right? It's not the Kingdom. Help me out here. Somebody hit me with the name. Don't let me down here. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Can't remember the name. Not the Kingdom. It's not. Why do I want to call it? It's not the Kingdom. That's Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. Not the Kingdom. Someone help me out here. Not Dark Order. No. Vincent's with Stu Grayson's with Vincent now. It's not Dark Order. It's oh my God in heaven. I'm gonna have to look this up, aren't I? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna have to look this up because every one of y'all, as bad as me. Let's see here. He is. Yeah, I got nothing. I'm depending on not Andrade's faction. No. Oh man, all y'all are letting me down. Vincent, you know what I mean. He's on Ring of Honor. Where's the white? Anyway, it'll come to me eventually. But again, this match was really good. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this. I think Stu Grayson again is much better than what he's showing. I love him with Vincent. Let's wrap that up. Los Ingobernables de Japón, Shingo Takagi, Bushi, and Hiromu Takahashi. Did you catch when she mispronounced Takahashi? I think that was on Ring of Honor, actually. Hoy vey. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Yikes. If you don't know how to pronounce it, ask the question. I'm just saying. Maybe she did. defeated United Empire, Jeff Cobb, Kyle Fletcher, and TJP by pinfall in a 6-man tag team match. Again, really solid match. What's up, Eric? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Thanks for watching. Let's see here. Yeah. LIJ, always a fun time. LIJ, always a fun time in the ring. I love watching these guys together. A true faction every sense of the word. So yeah, let's see. Vinny Marcel. I'm looking it up because I can't stand it anymore. Man, have you seen him before he like grew his dreads out, way out, way out? Yeah. Yeah, Vincent and Dutch. Anyway, yeah. Man, I got nothing. That's going to make me crazy. Everybody here is like, Tom, would you just move on with your life, man? Move on with your life. I guess I just don't know how. Well, it is what it is. Let's see here. What else we got going on? Yeah, LIJ 6-man tag, fun match. Let's get to the main card, baby. MJF is still your AEW World's Heavyweight Champion. Defeated Tanahashi in 15 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm not saying they went too long, but I think you could have maybe done this in 12 minutes. It is what it is. Not the end of the world. I love Tana. I love Tana to death. I hope he's okay. Here's what I'm. Listen, I'm going to say this. Yeah, I'm going to say this. Okay. Tana's a little older, right? And I get that. But at the same time, Tana being a bit older, I don't think that the commentary is helping him at all. Tana's 46. You'd think he's 86, the way they talk about him. And I love Kevin Kelly. This is no disrespect to Kevin Kelly. But this constant desire and this constant need to talk about his age, how his body hurts, how the ring has taken its toll on him. I get that in small doses. It's impactful and it's excellent commentary because it's all true. None of it's a lie. None of it's a work, brother. It's a shoot, right? At the same time, do I need to hear it every single time he's in the ring? Does that bother anybody else but me? Honestly, does it? Because sometimes it gets me just a little bit. Yeah. It gets me just a little bit. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, but like I said, it is what it is. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it, but sometimes it just really bugs me. It was good. Solid match. MJF's a very good worker. Tana's still getting it done. He is. I'm sorry. You have to work to Tana's pace now. And if you work Tana's style match, you're fine. Let's talk about CM Punk, who defeated Satoshi Kojima, 13 minutes, 40 seconds. This is the men's Owen Hart Cup tournament first round. The Punker is your winner in this match. What you guys think about this? Let me tell you something. All right. There's a couple different ways to look at this. On one part of this, you could look at it and say, how do I phrase this? You could look at this and say that with Punk taking his time and playing up to the crowd and showboating, that he's disrespecting Kojima. And especially when Kojima's on the mat. Remember when Punk got up for the elbow and he took forever to drop the elbow? Remember? And part of my brain, I was like, is this a little disrespectful to Kojima? You're expecting this legend to lay there for you while you showboat around? Who do you think you are next to this guy? But then, of course, Kojima moved. When he walked around with him on his shoulders for the GTS as if he was showing off, I thought, come on, dude, what are we doing? But then he tried it and Kojima blocked the GTS. So again, is it the end of the world? No. Did Punk mean any disrespect? I would say absolutely not. Were the optics of it a little weird? A little. But you got to remember, he was in front of a Canadian crowd that loves Kenny Omega and hates CM Punk, right? So on that note, I kind of get it. He had to take the heat in that match. I totally get that as well. Again, not losing a ton of sleep over it. However, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, Punk looks good. I don't understand that this idea of Punk's rusty or what. No, I don't see that at all. I think the few times we've seen him since he's come back, I think he looks just fine. So I'm okay with it, honestly. I'm okay with him in the ring. You know what I mean? The Righteous. Vincent, the Righteous. Man, you guys let me down. Jeffrey won the prize. Thank you, freaking Jeffrey. I appreciate you. Robbie says AEW is coming. Yeah, they're coming to Greensboro, I think. We have not got tickets for that. It's not that I don't want to. I just honestly haven't got around to it. I'd like to go. We'll see. We'll see if I get around to it. Orange Cassidy retained the AEW International Championship in a four-way match against Zack Sabre Jr., Kazuchika Shibata, and Daniel Garcia. Baby, oh baby, baby, baby. This match was incredibly fun. Incredibly fun. If you didn't like this match, you are not incredibly fun. It's the truth. This match was freaking great. I loved every second of it. I love Sabre and Shibata going at it and Daniel Garcia doing that stupid dance. It's so dumb that it's over. It was horrible in the beginning. It's still horrible, but now it's fun because it's so stupid. You know what I mean? And it's over because it's so stupid, but it's all right. I love this match. Nothing about this match. I got no negativity here for you. This was a really good show, by the way. Forbidden Door is a really, really good show. It's in the running for best show of the year, in my opinion. There you go. I really enjoyed this match. You guys like this match or what? Also on the card, Sonata with Doki defeated a Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, with Hook. This is a singles match for IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. They had 10 minutes, 45 seconds. I'll bet you they had 10 minutes too. And they went 45 seconds over. You know what I mean? That's my guess. Sonata is Sonata, and Sonata is effing great. He's very, very good. I'm a big fan of Sonata, always have been. Perry is underestimated on what he can do, in my opinion. Undervalued at times, perhaps. And we all know what he did. He effed up. He took out Hook on the ramp. I said for a while, and I'm not going to back down from my comments, that Jungle Boy was one of the best white meat baby faces in AEW and in professional wrestling, and now he has turned heel. I don't understand a lot of the logic behind it. You could always make the case. As many have done in the past few months or so. You could make the case that Jungle Boy's pop was waning, and it was time for a change. Now, I don't know how I feel about that. Here's what I'll say to you. He's for sure turning heel. You're going to have to keep this guy away from Christian Cage. Otherwise, all that stuff that you did with Cage, the blow off of the feud, it was all for nothing, in my opinion. Doesn't mean you can't save it. It doesn't mean that it can't work. At the same time, no. We'll see. I like Perry a lot. We'll see if he can pull it off. You know what I think? Come close. You guys like this. I say put Jungle Boy Jack Perry in Bullet Club Gold. I said it. Bullet Club Gold. Who wants to see that? I would love to see it. Are you kidding me? I didn't read that anywhere, baby. That's Tom. And probably a lot of other people eventually, whatever. I don't care. But I thought the other day, I was like, you want to get this guy over as a heel? Put him next to Jay White and Juice Robinson. Now, not only will he get booed, but he doesn't have to get booed and hated to the point that they despise him. Does he need to be that kind of heel? I submit he does not. But that's my opinion, okay? I'd love to see him with Bullet Club Gold. I think it'd be cool. What's up, Josh? How are you, man? Yep, Jeff. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if we can pull it off. Chris with the K says, I thought Howdy was Bray Wyatt. Vincent. Oh, I see Vincent. No, he was still under contract to Ring of Honor to AEW at that time. To my knowledge, I don't think he was. Did we find out who that was? Wasn't that who'd we find out was Howdy? I can't remember. Boy, howdy. Talk about a horrible gimmick. Hoi! Yikes. Chad Too Bad says MVP of Forbidden Door is Will Ospreay. Sugar Shane says, where you like or not, Orange Cassidy. I'm telling you right now, Cassidy, baby. Cassidy. For sure. Charles says BCG. Dude, 100%. Gun Club is great with Bullet Club Gold. Are you kidding me? Gun Club, Bullet Club. Come on. You know what I mean? Heck yes. Yes. Love it. Love it. I love it so much, dude. Juice is very good, man. Don't go to sleep on Juice. Is he as good as Jay? I don't know. I love Jay as well. I think Jay's, can I be straight with you? I think Jay's in top 10 best workers in the world. I'm sorry. It's how I feel. He's definitely top 10 best heels in the world. At one time, Jay White was the best heel in the business. That's how I feel. When he was riding high in New Japan at the IWGP Championship. Yeah. Everybody, welcome Jay Love from the Untitled Wrestling Podcast. Juice has had his 8 hours. I love it. Went to a local show. I've told this story before here in North Carolina. This is back when Juice was still faced with the dreads and working in Japan, and they brought New Japan here, or at least a version of it. He worked the main event that night. And after the main event, he stayed and shook the hand of every single fan on all 4 sides of that ring. Took pictures, signed autographs, shook hands. I'm not kidding. He didn't tell anybody no. I'll bet you we stayed there for 30 to 40 to 45 minutes after the show was over because it took him that long to get around. Because when it became clear that he was not only slapping hands but stopping, everybody came up. And he was very cordial. Dude was sweating. I'm sure he was ready to jump the plane the next day and go back home. But, dude, he was great. He was phenomenal. Those are the kind of guys, despite the whole babyface shtick, those are the kind of guys that you remember. And I'm going to be honest with you. That's how you build a fan following. That's how you get people supporting you and buying your merch, is because they'll take that story with them everywhere they go. Oh, I remember that night Juice Robinson was nice to my kid. You guys know, you parents out there know what I'm talking about. Someone's good to your kid, buddy, you don't forget that. You definitely don't forget that. Juice a top 5 promo in the business. Absolutely. Absolutely. And he doesn't sleep. That's good. Juice Robinson greater than CJ Parker. Buddy, you said it. Look, he gave maximum effort, but here's the problem. When you are in a company and you are given a dumb name, okay, and you were told, well, we don't want you to do that, we want you to do this. And basically you're handcuffed, all right? When you're handcuffed, you can do so much. You can do this much. You want to do this much. You can do this much. How many times have you at work told your boss, let me do it. I can do this. Nah, I don't need you to do that. I need you to do this. And you know you can do more. You know you can do better. Nah. Hey, look. Adam Cole's awesome. Adam Cole's awesome. Me and my kid met him at a show. Where was the show? Was it NXT? NXT. I can't remember. It was an NXT show. Yeah. He was awesome. He was awesome. Really, really nice guy. You know that, listen, can I be straight with you? Adam Cole is a beautiful man. You guys know what I mean? He's got classic movie star good looks. Adam Cole has those eyes. I don't care, dude. I'm a man. You know what? It's 2023. You speak freely. I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care. Adam Cole's a beautiful man. He's got gorgeous eyes, great smile. Dude, come on. How do you not like that guy? The reason it works with him being a heel, in my opinion, is because you're supposed to like him. Look at him. He's freaking beautiful. But like, he's the same eyes you can fall in love with are the same eyes that pierce right through you as he tells you that you're terrible and that you suck and he's better than you are. and you can't beat him. It works, baby. It works. Josh says, anyone know I'm talking about the devil? I don't know what you mean, Josh. Did I miss your comment earlier? Oh, I'm good. Waiting for the devil to get to. Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about. Let's see. Charles said, my dad tried to take me to wrestling at the Chase as a kid. Mom won't let me go. Bulldog Bob Brown came home. Charles, that's going way back. Bulldog, that's very cool. That's way back, dude. See, you don't forget that stuff, man. The boy's good, Ray. Thank you for asking, brother. He called me a little while ago. I'm at the office. I've been at the office the past 3 days. So, yeah, he's doing good. All right. Let's talk about the 10-man tag team match. The Elite. The Elite. The Elite. Hangman Adam Page, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, along with Eddie Kingston and Tomohiro Ishii, defeated Blackpool Combat Club of John Moxley, Wheeler, Utah, and Claudio Castagnoli with Konosuke Takeshita and Shota Umino, or Shooter. 10-man tag team match. 10-man tag. Jeez. 10-man tag team match. 21 minutes, 25 seconds. It was the third longest match on the main card. Third longest match. Again, this match was insanely fun. How do you not like this match? Are you kidding? This match was crazy fun. Crazy fun. This was, and Mox didn't bleed an ounce. How do you like that? What did I say last week? I said that Mox was going to bleed when they rang the bell. He didn't. I got proved wrong. Josh says, Taylor, why is Taylor Swift the devil, Josh? You're not a fan, huh? You don't like to? I don't know her songs. I'm not really a fan. No disrespect. Look, dude, she's insanely talented. Anyone says she's not talented is crazy. But I don't like pop music, and I sure don't like country music, so she's not in my wheelhouse at all. You know what I mean? All due respect to her. Jeff said, give me the blood, pal. Give it to me. Or what's up, Orlando? Man, where have you been, brother? I hadn't seen you in a while. Good to see you, man. Ray says, can't believe Mox didn't bleed out. I can't believe Mox didn't die. Yeah. Josh says, who would pay $250 for the most expensive seat? $800 of the 50-yard line. And get, you know why they charge that much for her seats? Because they can. Because they can. You know what I mean? I get you. But they wouldn't charge that unless they could get it. Tony Storm with Ruby Soho and Soraya defeated Willow Nightingale by pinfall to retain the AEW Women's World Championship. They got 10 minutes. I'm glad they did. I would have been okay with longer. I think Willow Nightingale is very good. I think Tony is massively underrated to some degree. I believe. I think the match was really good. Fun match, too. I enjoyed watching it. Willow Nightingale is a treasure, isn't she? Very, very good match. We're going to zip through the rest of this here, kids. Will Ospreay with Don Callis defeated Kenny Omega to become your new IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion. Some people calling this the match of the year. I will leave that up to you. That is completely up to you, how you feel. Okay? That is your call. I enjoyed the match. These two guys are freaking warriors. Okay? They both are. They'll do anything for the sake of bashing each other in the head and for winning a match and making it look good for the fans. And I totally get that. So was I a fan of this match? Absolutely. I really enjoyed it. Was it match of the year? I definitely think it's in the running. But again, everything is subjective to your own personal opinion, baby. Everything. There's no great council of knowledge out there who are determining what is or what isn't great. So there you go. So my kid's bugging me on text. So yeah. Really, really good match, dude. I got no complaints here. We knew it was going to be a good match. Will there be a third match at All Out? Or All In? All In. All In? All In. I think so. And if there is, Is Omega winning? Or will Ospreay retain? I think Ospreay will retain. If there's a third match. Which usually maybe be the other way around. You know what I mean? But I don't think so. I think Ospreay keeps that belt if they work again. Jeff, you're right. Most concerts are like, well, it's Ticketmaster too. You know what I mean? If you're doing business with Ticketmaster, that's a lot of what it is. 2 matches left. Sting, Darby Allin, and Tetsuya Naito defeated Le Suzuki Gods. Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki by pinfall. Yep. Fun match. You know what I mean? To say that you got to... On what planet do you see Suzuki and Sting in the same ring at the same time? Right? On what planet do you see Sammy Guevara and Tetsuya Naito in the same ring at the same time? What? How? Yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it. Again, another good match, dude. For me, it wasn't better than the BCC and Elite match. For me, it wasn't better, but I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed the match. And then, of course, your main event, Bryan Danielson defeated Kazuchika Okada by submission. I called this wrong. I said Okada was going to win this match. But, they were in AEW. They were on AEW's turf, even though it was a New Japan's co-sponsored event. They were in the States. It was Danielson's home turf. Were you guys surprised when Okada tapped out? What did you guys think about that, man? Hoy. Oi. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, you know what? I didn't see that coming. Who did? Honest to God, who did? Who among you thought that Okada was going to freaking tap out? None of you, that's who. None of you, that's who. Forbidden Door did insane business, by the way. I think it, do not quote me here, but I know it set records or either set or broke records for North America. Excellent. Look, congratulations to everybody on the card. Congratulations to everybody in both companies. Honestly, I mean, look, I'm going to put this over again for you. If I haven't done it, if I haven't done it enough, I'm going to do it right now, just so you guys don't forget it. But it has to be said and repeated as often as possible. This is a great time to be a professional wrestling fan. It is, honest to goodness, okay? We had one of what is being called perhaps the best show, the biggest show of the year, and it had nothing to do with Vince McMahon. Do you want to know why this is great? Listen, I don't care what his name is. Vince McMahon could be Charlie Smith. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Pro wrestling needs other companies. The more companies, the better. The more places for these men and women to work to apply their craft, the better. Okay? I love it. I'm here for it all day and twice on Sunday. And that's the truth. I love it. It has to be stressed and repeated as often as possible that not only does AEW exist, but New Japan exists, and these two companies work together to put on a heck of a show. That means something. Don't let it be lost on you. If all you pull for is WWE and they're the only game in town and you refuse to watch anybody else, fine, whatever. But please don't hate on the other companies. You should wish them well, okay? No one's putting your company out of business, I assure you, all right? So please don't wish for other companies to be put out of business either. It's silly, it's immature, and no one will talk to you again. I'll make sure of it. Jay, did you call Okada amateur? Okada amateur? Really? Oh, wow. He did that to pop me. I can tell you that right now. Tim says, I'm surprised Okada tap out. I didn't expect that. No one did. Yeah, the news is that Danielson supposedly fractured his arm. So, yeah. Matthew says, I enjoy watching both companies that put on a match. Yeah, you know what? There's something to be said for every show out there has a potential to have the best match of the best show of the year. They do. You know what I mean? And again, I just don't understand this. The word tribalism, when they first started using it, they meaning the writers, when tribalism first started getting used to describe pro wrestling fans, it was novel. right? And now it's overused to the point that I effing hate it so much. I can't stand it. You know what I mean? Because it's cliched at this point, right? But, the tribalism does have to stop. It's ridiculous. Well, just like what you want to like. And just because one company does something you don't like, you can criticize it all day. Who cares? But when you say things to me like, well, this company should close down or the wrestlers are terrible, shut up. I don't want to hear that crap. I just don't, dude. I look back at this clip of, Man Scout wrestling a tent in the ring. A tent. As a pro wrestling fan, I look at that and say, this is the most ridiculous nonsense I've ever seen. This guy should be dragged out in the street and have the crowd kicked out of him. But guess what happened in that crowd? They cheered for it. You do what's best for your crowd on the night that you run the show. Okay? Sorry, that's how it is. Whatever's working for your crowd. Now, if you're running on TV, you do what's best for the crowd watching your TV program. Sorry. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. There's your Forbidden Door card, kids, children. How'd you like it? I like it. I loves it. Let's talk real quick, if you want to, about what's coming up this Sunday. It's Money in the Bank. Yep. At the O2 Arena in London, England, we're going to have Gunther. Shut up. Versus Matt Riddle. I love Walter, by the way. Versus Matt Riddle for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defending the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Should be a good match. The Bloodline, Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa with Paul Heyman versus the Usos. Bloodline Civil War Tag Team match. Don't know what that means. They get muskets and stuff, bayonets. They're going to be all stabby. One of them's going to have the flag and playing the flute. I don't know. Hey, look, I love the storyline. Everyone calm down. I'm just having fun. Seth freaking Rollins versus Finn by God Balor. Singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio. Singles match. Zelina Vega versus Becky Lynch versus Zoe Stark versus Bayley versus Io Sky versus Trish Stratus and a partridge in a pear tree. Money in the Bank ladder match for a women's championship match contract. How you like that? And your main event, I suppose, Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura, LA Knight. That's LA Knight to you. Santos Escobar, Butch, Damian Priest, and Logan Paul. Money in the Bank ladder match for a men's championship match contract. There's your WWE Money in the Bank card. How you guys and gals feeling about this card? Is Troy going to be at Money in the Bank? Wow. There you go. Jay, you said it. You said it right. Enjoy wrestling. Like what you want. Don't be a D word. Don't none of you be a D word. You're better than that. BD wants back by Wembley, then saying that's pushing it probably longer. I think it'll be back by Wembley, but I could be wrong. I think he will. Yeah. Ray's not holding back. The fact that dummy Logan Paul's around makes me puke. Did you like Danielson in the what's the story? They only bought it for that match. So they can use it in video packages of that match, like the playback or like highlights, but they can't use it anywhere else. It was great. The crowd popped. I was an 80s kid, so I grew up hearing that song. Wasn't a big fan of it then, but I like it because of Danielson, right? I thought it was great. I thought the crowd loved it. It worked. They automatically, instantly knew what this was about, and they loved it. And again, you do what's best for the crowd that's in front of you. Really, really good stuff. I really, really enjoyed that. Sugar Shane says Nick Aldis and Leo Rush jumped the Motor City Machine Guns. Well, and Leo and Aldis, that's an interesting pairing. I love me some Nick Aldis. You guys know that. All right, kids. Guess what's getting ready to happen? Ray, load it up, baby. Load it up, Ray. She's coming. And she's coming real soon. In fact, right now, the floor is wide open. Ray all day. We patiently await. Look at that. I barely got it out. That's great stuff. Pete Rock and CL Smooth or EPMD. I'll go Rock and Smooth. Part 2, Outcast or Eric B. and Rakim. I got to go Outcast. And if Adam Cole invited you and family to his brand new heated in-ground pool for some quality swimming time and said you can bring a friend, can I come? Yes, Ray. And later wanted to get pecan pie and coffee plus 2 cookies. I love that you're very, you know what makes a story good is description. It's description. You know what I mean? It's not being vague. It's being specific. That's a good storyteller. Yes, Ray, all day. Ray, all day. TK said he's open to paying for the song again on the media scrum. Scrum, yeah. A lot of money, that guy. A lot of money, that guy. Uh-oh. Ruth showed up on Impact. I didn't know that. All right, Robbie, here we go. Here are the real names. Who'd they wrestle as? Michael Polk. I don't even know that. Jimmy Saeed, Waybar, and Charles Bernard. Oh, my God. Brother, you got me. I'm trying. Let me look. Don't nobody say nothing. Charles Bernard's game. I'm going to take a wild shot in the dark and say number 1 is Ivan Putski. That's my wild stab in the dark at number 1. Jimmy Saeed. I'll say number 2 is Ali, Mustafa Ali. I don't know. Charles, I said don't guess, Charles. Boo. That makes sense. It's Snuka. Number 3, Charles Bernard Skaggs. I don't know. Oh, that's Skaggs. Is that what's his name? Oh, that's Jerry Skaggs. Never mind. I don't know. Number 3, I'll just throw it out there. Number 3, I'll say number 3 is Brino Royce. Brino Royce's real name is Charles Bernard Skaggs. That's what you get for being late, Brino. You are Charles Bernard Skaggs. I love you too, man. It's fun. Chris with a K. Thank you, my friend. I wish you a happy 4th, but you're in Scotland, aren't you? Hey, look, it's July 4th all over the world. It's not just a holiday. It's the date. So enjoy your 4th of July. See? I'm sensitive and whatnot. Robert says Bart Gunn, Skandor Akbar, and Too Cold Scorpio. Man, I could not have gotten those more wrong. I gave the old college a try, didn't I? What else you guys got for me? We did really well, dude. We got 4 minutes left. I'm crushing it today. I've had a good week. Long week, but a good week. I got no complaints, baby. There's no need to. I'm going to the gym every other day. I need to lose some weight, baby. I'm working on it, but holy Lord, look at all this. I've packed on weight in the past several months. I know it, too. Now I got, is the final countdown. And they'll throw me off here and cost me $10,000 for singing that on TV, on the computer, the internet. Where am I? What time is it? Jeez. Name the members of the tag team. What are you talking about? Charles, did I miss something from you? What tag team are you talking about, Charles? Oh, the U.S. Express. Wasn't the U.S. Express Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda? You know how many different versions there probably have been of the U.S. Express over the years? American Starship was Sting and Rock. Sting and the Ultimate Warrior, right? All right, quit. It's Friday. You can't be expecting me to use my brain. I go 2, I'm done. Thank you, Chris with a K. So who was Starship? American Starship. I thought that was Sting and Rock. Are you crazy? Who was it? Henning and Hall. How did I not know that? Is that what they called them? Well, what were Sting and Rock called? Because I know they were called, they were Power Team USA, and then they were the Blade Runners. Is that right? Oh. Whew. There you go. Sugar Shane said Dark Side of the Ring, JYD. I haven't seen the JYD episode. Can I be honest with you? I've started watching some of the Dark Side of the Ring. Yeah, they were Blade Runners, but first they were Power Team USA. I think it was Power Team USA. Then they were Blade Runners. Based out of California, I think it was, at a promotion. Was it UPW? Not UPW. What was it? I don't remember. Yep. 2 minutes, kids. Make them count. There's 11 of you here. Give me something good. I can't, no more. I can't do any more brain stuff. It did have 4 members. I don't remember. The other 2 guys retired, didn't they? Or they gave up. They didn't wrestle anymore after that, I think. Isn't that right? Charles, stop it. Oh, my brain hurts. I don't know. Oh my God, Charles, stop it. Chuck. I'm going to call you Chuck, Charles. Chuck. I don't know. I don't think the other 2 guys, didn't they retire after that? It didn't make it. Yeah, they didn't make it. All right, stop it. Oh, I know what time it is in London, Chris, with a K. I record with 2 gentlemen from London. And it's funny that you should ask, because I know what you're getting ready to ask, Chris with a K. Tom, how would you know exactly? How would you know, really, that there's 2, that it's 9 o'clock right now in the UK? How do you know that, you ask? Well, I have been known to record with several different folks in my time here on the Main Event and on the 6M podcast who are in the United Kingdom. However, I'm also recording with guys in the United Kingdom for this show. You see it? Plug. 2 Nations Under Ted, a Ted Lasso podcast. Myself, Jay Luft, and Joe Higgins. Don't shoot me, Joe. The teaser episode is out. Follow us on socials at 2 Nations Pod. And look out, because we've recorded the first 4 episodes. Check that out. We've got 30 left. We'll be done. Well, 30, and then we're going to do a wrap-up show, which should be fun. Look, I'm having so much fun here. Trust me, on all 3 of the shows. But this one is fun. Look, you know how you'll just hang out with somebody and you instantly know you got something? That's me and Joe and Jay, dude. Like, me and Jay had it already, kind of like me and Troy and me and Phil. You know what I mean? But like, you throw someone in that's never been in the mix with the 2 of you, and you're like, well, let's see, dude, shut up. It works. You know what it is? It's a love of what you're talking about, and mutual respect, and a willingness to just connect and hear someone else's opinion and give your own. And dude, it's awesome. I love podcasting so much, dude. I've met so many cool people through the years and gotten to interview wrestlers and be involved in things. It is so much fun. I won't get famous doing this. And one day after I've shuffled off this mortal coil, okay, they're going to look back and say, here lies Tom. Dude, did he do some podcasting? And this stuff will be around for a millennia, right? And they'll go back and listen and say, man, that Tom he wore a lot of bracelets and rings, didn't he? But he had fun. I'm just saying. Yes, everyone, please go follow us. 2 Nations Pod on the socials, all right? We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're on iHeartRadio. We're on Amazon Music. There you go, baby. Don't mess around, okay? Go make it happen. Follow us on the socials and look us up on those 5 podcasting platforms and give us a follow. I'm the dude running the socials. You follow us on socials, I'll follow you back, I promise. Okay? The show is coming very soon, so keep your eyes open. Thank you very much for checking us out. And again, don't forget Tom Clark's 6M podcast. Movies, music, Marvel, magazines, miniseries, and more. Okay? It's a geek culture / pop culture podcast. Please go subscribe and download. We're on socials. Guess where we are? At 6M Podcast. I've made it so easy. It's effing ridiculous. Get to it. Football is life. I can't wait to talk about Danny Rojas. Charles, you're fun, my friend. Thank you for hanging out with us today. I appreciate you. Tim says the past 2 weeks, have you been enjoying the I have been. Is it more entertaining than Dynamite? Past 2 weeks have been crazy, crazy fun. Okay. I was hearing some of the card rundown for this Saturday night, and it doesn't sound crazy, crazy fun. However, it doesn't mean that it won't be a good show. So fingers crossed that we get a really good show. Who's my pick for the men and women? I'll say Becky. I don't know, dude. The men are tougher. You know what I mean? The men are tougher. I don't know. It's a good question. What do you guys think? Who's your pick? I'd rather hear your pick. I can tell you what I think all day, but it doesn't make a bit of difference. I don't watch WWE full time. I'm just being straight with you. I don't. I'll say who I'd like to see. I'd like to see LA Knight win. I'd like to see Becky Lynch win. That make you feel good? I love LA Knight, actually. I love that he's over. I hate it took so freaking long for him to get this over. Yeah. Dude, he's got some rock pop now, doesn't he? Rock's at home going, look at this guy. What's it? What? Hey. Ah. Did you like that? Sounded just like him. I love this crap. Tim says, will your 76ers trade James Harden this free? Could be. James Harden, I've always loved Harden. I kind of hope he doesn't go. Vic says, I read Vince wants Logan Paul, but Triple H doesn't want him to win. He wants it. Yeah, dude. Well, guess who wins that battle, Vic? Pal. Guess who wins that? All right. Well, guess what, kids? Hey, I appreciate you, all of you, for watching. You guys are the best. In the States on Tuesday, it's July 4th. So if you're in the States, happy 4th of July. To the rest of you around the world, Tuesday is July 4th. So happy July 4th. So everybody be safe out there. If you're traveling this weekend, please be careful. Take care of yourselves. Get to your destination safely. Enjoy the weather wherever it is you're going. Have fun with the cookout and the fam and all that good fun stuff. I'll be here slaving away. I'm kidding. I will not be on the keyboard Tuesday. I promise you that. So there you go. Good to see everybody here. Thank you as always, kids, for hanging out. I appreciate you very much. We're going to get out of here. Everybody have a great weekend. Again, enjoy your holiday. Thanks so much for hanging out. It means loads to me. Please remember to go subscribe to Two Nations Pod on socials. That's where we are. And Two Nations Under Ted, a Ted Lasso podcast. Go follow the show. Subscribe on all the major platforms. And watch the teaser. You will enjoy it. I very much promise you that, okay? We're going to deliver. I always try to deliver on everything that I give to you. Again, I'll remind you, none of my content's behind a paywall. Not now, not ever. We've talked about maybe starting a Patreon. We'll see what that looks like. That'll be for anybody that wants to check it out. We won't intentionally hold anything back, but there may be some cool stuff. If we decide to go that route, I'll let you know, of course, and it'll be your decision whether or not you want anything to do with it. How about that? So, again, thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate you very much. Be safe out there. Have a great weekend. We will see you next time. Thanks again for watching, kids. See you later. Have a great weekend, kids.